Alright, welcome back, fellow godless, to some more Dominions 5. We are in turn 31 of the Blitz with Phaeacia. And this is the one that we ended the previous episode on. But I apparently have saved it over turn 32 as well. But at least this one is with the orders laid out. So we get to see where I'm moving in turn 31, which is the one I showed you in the previous episode. So no turn 32 coming up, but we are moving in to Gilgad here and trying to take Jarib over here. Mainly just leaving Satis behind now, and we will probably be fighting here again later. The goal for the campaign at this point is to take and hold what we have already gained, also claim some land from Satis if it's possible. So let's see where this ends up. We are going into turn 33. This was turn 32 that we were looking at, but it was saved correctly. And here we go. So we are in turn 33. And there's another battle in Satis. We're being attacked by Satis in Satis. He wants to take it back. Here is his force. Got what, some heavy cavalry here, alright. And then what? A mercenary company here is what it looks like. With Clovis the captain, who's got reinvigoration 4 for whatever reason. Okay. Interesting. Where does he have this one? Ah, from the heroic ability, of course. Got a Marshmaster here to cast some foul vapors. And a, what is this? A Lizard Lord geared up with all kinds of equipment. He's got a heroic ability, heroic toughness, so he's at 31 hit points. That's pretty nice. Okay. Still pretty crazy to put all this equipment on a lowly Lizard Lord, but very cool to see. On the other side, I have some PD, so that's it for everything. So he will probably clean me up right fast here. He might even lose if he's doing the... Oh, he's not doing foul vapors because the AI is smart enough to not use the foul vapors here then. Yeah, fair enough. If they had done foul vapors, I think they would have taken more losses themselves than I would have taken. So they clean up my PD here and are now sieging Satis again. Or not again, for the first time. Since I claimed it. Then there was a battle in White Forest. Me attacking Satis. This is where they were coming from with that army. This is just a scout checking the PD. Nothing interesting going on there. There's a battle in Kepes, up in my lands on the throne, where I am trying to wrest a Jotunheim army from... I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Why we are defending. We might not... I don't think we have a fort here yet. No, that's not true. Not sure why we are attacking into this army sieging my fort. It's not going to go well for us. What are you? Sons of the Wolf Lord. Huh. So, oh, this is a hero unit. Very cool. A Wolf Lord that spawns wolves behind him when he walks around on the map. Very cool. Oh, and we immediately hit them with some spells. But we're retreating here. Some of our guys are anyway. Okay, and we all of us are retreating. So I probably even scripted them to do precisely that. Oh no, he was about to take Kepes the Fort with the throne in it. But then, since my guys were caught inside, I decided to sally out, throw a few spells, and then run away. That way we save our guys. Otherwise they would be caught inside the fort and not be able to do anything. I don't know if did we kill anything here? We used the apothecary, but we killed a Keejchen with that. Alright. That was pretty nice. And a very hag. Okay, he's not that important, but I mean, this guy, Keejchen, random Keejchen, just lost. Let's see if we can catch which one it is. They might have some equipment, is what I'm thinking. I don't think any of them have any equipment, though. It's probably this tile here. Yeah, they don't have anything special on them, but this one has an experience anyway. Alright. And this is just a Blood 1 slave. But they were killed. They might have had some blood slaves assigned to them that are then lost. So that was pretty nice for us. We got away. We will lose that fort, of course. But oh well. We are seeing an attack from Ulm into a friendly, or sorry, neutral territory. This is the throne where I have a scout positioned. Not a throne, I think. Just a random province. And he has these, what? Guardians of Ulm, which are capital only. Pikemen, or whatever you want to call them, with giant axes, pike axes, polearms. And they will absolutely butcher these barbarians because they have protection 23, which is kind of like my my Orichalcum Guard have protection 23 after being blessed, so that's kind of interesting. We are at least equal to them in that. And then I don't know, they deal more damage, so yeah. And these guys are specifically good against blessed units of the enemies. So they have Bane of Heresy dealing fatigue damage to blessed units, so that could, or sacred units, so that could be pretty problematic for me if we ever meet Ulm, especially because he's focusing on these guardians. There was a battle in Acasta, yes, us attacking the Independents on an island up here. Oh, this is the throne. This is me just poking the throne on the island to see what's in here. And it's mostly low tier units, and then they have these spellcasters that have some gems on them, but nothing significant. This is definitely something that my Orichalcum Guard can clean up. It's not a big problem. We see a battle between Asphodel and Pangea on the peninsula. This is the army of Asphodel. Jesus. Alright, they are playing with different numbers than we are over in my end of the country. We also see the pretender of Asphodel, the Springbreak, the Titan of Death and Rebirth, which is cool. This is the same chassis that I used for my Hobbit playthrough, the first Dominions 5 playthrough I did, Bob. And this guy is super cool. He's got Dominion Immortality. He's got a lot of new stuff from the mod that I didn't have when I played with him, so that's pretty cool, this Dominion Immortality. And so yeah, he's just running around being a badass. Oh, I thought this braces of protection thing were updated so that it doesn't stack anymore. Maybe he doesn't know. I'm pretty sure that they were changed or nerfed. It used to be that you could stack braces of protection. I'm pretty sure that that has been removed. Anyway, he will slaughter Pangea's little stack here. Let's have a look at his army from this angle here. 782 units, of which 77 is Black Centaurs. So that's pretty significant. Panic Apostates. He's got 6 of those and a Carrion Lord. Damn. And then the Pretender, of course. Well, we should have a closer look at that Pretender. Just out of curiosity. Earth 1, Death 4, and Nature 5. Okay. Very, very cool. And that's pretty scary. This will be marching on Pangea in the following turns, I think. Then we have a... Jotunheim is claiming that fort in Kepes that we left, so there's only the wall defenders left behind. And they immediately rout them and run in. So not much resistance put up here. We have lost this fort and this throne to Jotunheim. We are under siege in Cetis. And yeah, there's definitely stuff happening in the world at large. Here's where we see Asphodel's army, and with an army of Pangea right next to it, but they have been cut off with their own capital at this point. So yeah. The throne that we were checking was this one over here, where we saw there was 98 units. This is really an insignificant force, considering it's a tier 2 throne, so we should be able to claim that right quick if I wanted. The mom is down here, and I think... I don't know why I see she was over here for a brief spell, but has then decided to go back. We don't want to fight Ulm, if we can avoid it. Especially not with the Pretender. I think she's coming up here this turn, because I'm thinking she's pretty much immortal, so she should be able to clean out this stack here. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm doing with her. Let's see, read the messages. We have a research in conjuration completed. We are now boosting our conjuration research up until level 5, which is where I will get the elemental storm. I think we might have missed a pretty important battle in that turn 32. Yeah, that's a shame. We don't see that, but I can relay to you what happened. We lost the fort in Bell in the previous turn, and then this is turn 34. So it's all messed up now. Really? Without saving. Turn 33. It's not what we were doing. And this is turn 34. Oh well. So we lost 2 turns in between here. This is really a mess. I hope I can do a better work, or better job of it if I ever record a blitz like this again. Now I think I've learned my lesson. But anyway, so he took Bell in turn, it must have been turn 32 when, and then in turn 33 he marches in here, and I put up a defense. But I get absolutely slaughtered by this stack here. And the reason why I get pounded so hard is because these Keejchen, with their blood magic, they go into a communion, and then they simply... Maybe it's not yet. Let me check that I don't have my... Because I'm pretty sure we lose our entire stack. Yeah, that's why I have no army anywhere. Yeah, and all of our Calcum Guard and like 30 or 40 of my Storm Captains get wrecked in that, because he puts up Keejchen with death magic, so they are like in a communion, and then they spam skeletons forever and ever, and they just spam so many skeletons, hordes of skeletons, that I can't beat my way through them, and they eventually just overwhelm my forces in here. So now, to combat that, I was thinking about doing some flying units, and I'm pretty sure I'm summoning some griffins and stuff in here, because we have so many gems, but I'm really rushing towards that research target conjuration level 5, because then we can do the elemental storm, and the air elementals will be really, really good for both flying in the storm, and they're also really hard to kill and good at flying to the back line and killing mages really quickly with their tremble. So I am going for that. Anyway, unexpected event in Dark Waves. We lose income in Jebero. There's some unrest. Kurumu, unrest. We are the siege and cities, and our walls are damaged, but nothing else much here. Alright, let's have a look at turn... the one we could call turn 34 here, and see what's in here. It's maybe just exactly the same. Yeah, no orders laid out or anything. Alright. So another little mistake here. Quick without saving, we'll look at turn 35. And this is the same turn again, turn 34, so we're skipping one more turn. Oh no, we can see the orders now at least. Yeah, your mom is moving up here. Our army, well, it's not really an army, but it is moving up into this grotto here. This stack here, not a lot to look at, mostly just storm captains, but we're claiming some of these chambers underneath in an underground territory here. Alright, and nothing else to note. We're moving up with our underwater force right now to try to claim the Typhian Sea that we've never got around to. And that's all of it. Alright, so let's have a look at this. So then we are losing turn 35, but then that means we lose a very important turn. Turn 35, turn 36 then. Yeah, okay. Let's just do the battles in here. We have summoned some Yetis now. There is a battle in Jerib, on this little island down here, where we see these, what are they called, plate infantry, moving in to take this small island for me. And they will get that without any issue. There's 46 of them here. It's pretty important to note this one here. There, but we'll get back to it. Then there was a battle in Oaklands. We see Zetis attacking me here. Yeah, in the forest next to his capital, or my capital, my seized capital from him. So this is a mercenary force that he has hired to just clear some of my provinces. And he took that one no problem. And there's a battle in Pangea. This might be where we see... This is Pangea sallying out to try to defeat Asphodel, who is sieging his capital. So we see the ginormous army of Asphodel here. And here is what has come to relieve it. Mostly chaff, but there's some bears, some moose, and what do we have for spellcasters? An Azure Mage with water gems, a Dryad, a Pan with some nature gems, Pan with nature gems, Pan with nature gems, Pan with some equipment, and a lot of nature gems. This here is not the Prophet, but a heroic ability guy. Oh, he's the one with the high amount of HP, very cool. They both have some equipment here. More Centaur Hierophants. Decent equipment on them. A white Centaur here. Very cool. Another white Centaur. Minotaur, sorry. Just trying to see if there's like a prophet or a special spellcaster or something, but that's not really anything. I think this one belongs to Asphodel. Not too much discussion. Oh, there's a prophet over here somewhere. What is this? There's a Harpy Queen here. Alright. Very cool. Oh, he's the prophet. Probably. He's at least tier 3 priest. Alright. Blessed. That is a nasty bless he's got here. Look at that. Alright. So the lines will meet. And it looks like Asphodel's forces are mainly focusing on... Oh, and look at this. These guys going super fast in the back line, but of course they will be stopped by the wall of undeads that Asphodel has amassed here. Oh, and here's the Pretender, who has cast... A Panic Apostate has cast a Foul Vapors. I don't think these... Oh, these guys are poison resistant. Probably not everyone is, though, and there's a lot of little summons down here in the back. I think the Pretender here, though, will... Oh, look at him, he's... Oh, is he going down? He doesn't have regeneration or anything. Oh, so close. He's at 12 HP. But I don't think they get him. Oh, 11 damage, he's at 1 HP! Kill him! That's insane. He almost lost his Pretender here. What is this? Carnivorous plants. I had read about these. Poison spit. So this spitting poison, which is not super effective against any of Asphodel's forces, I believe. Well, this guy's not poison resistant. Is he killing his own centaurs? Because they're not blessed. Insane. And he's poison immune himself though, so he's fine. It is so close. Oh, they killed him! They killed the Pretender! Wow. What a mess of a battle. But of course, Asphodel will win by sheer mass of troops here. This is pretty cool though, with the carnivorous plants here. This is fun to see. They must have been really strong, these centaurs. 18 protection, moss body, mute. Okay, this is one of the spellcasters. Okay. I can't really kill them, apparently. Battle in Pangea. Yeah, the Titan of Death and Rebirth died. Only lost 270 though to the 487 of the Pangean forces. Alright. The White Centaurs killed 142 units before they died. They are pretty strong. These are the secrets of Pangea. Very cool battle. Alright, in the Tyrian Sea, I am attacking the Independents. Finally. And this is a short battle. Pretty insignificant in comparison. We definitely win that. Alright, losing 10 units. We are attacking Jotunheim in the Ocean of Despair. So I'm raiding his final underworld province, but he has put in some PD here, so I think he expected me to come in, and he put up some PD to ward me off. So we lost that fight. Then there was a battle in Pangea, so inside the fort. You see the final stand of Pangea. And they have nothing. Okay, everything moved out to defend. And he's casting the Foul Vapors again, even though it's hurting more of his own guys than it is for the enemy. It's kind of interesting that the way that worked out for him. And he might even lose some guys here that he would not have lost otherwise. Yeah, 46, damn. And the enemy, I mean, the enemy killed 4. So he loses 46. 42 units lost to his own Foul Vapors here. Rough. There was an unexpected event occurred in Might Marsh. Unrest plus 12, okay. And then there's a battle in Might Marsh. Alright. Some wolves coming in. Attacking this little province. I don't think I've ever talked about, at some point, the Elvinder has been cast by Jotunheim. Jotunheim is a blood nation, so they've cast this massive blood spell that is a global enchantment. The caster sacrifices the blood of innocent virgins in an attempt to revive the old Rim-Tuasar, ancient giants of terrible might and the ancestors of the Jotun. The giants are slow to awaken, but their presence will cause blizzards, wolf attacks, and severe cold all over the world. The Elvinder is most feared of all omens, and unrest will increase worldwide. Yeah. And this is cool because the name of the company that created Dominion 5 is Elvinder, so they put themselves into the game in this way. That's kind of cool. It never awakens these Rim-Tuasar, but it does this chance of unrest and cold and random attacks. And it allows the recruitment of 1 Nephil Giant in every 4 for Jotun nations, yeah. Which is cool. And then Asphodel has Mother Oak up, giving him a ton of nature gems every turn. Very cool. Alright. And so we just saw the effect of the Elvinder here, but the guys and myself, we were talking throughout the game that ever since he put out the Elvinder thing, and then we were keeping an eye on it, no one ever really felt a lot of pain from it. I think it mostly manifests itself in the way of unrest in territories, which will cut your income a little bit, and then these occasional attacks, of which we had then 1 here. And of course it's happening all over the world, so it's affecting everyone except himself. Alright. And so, yeah, this little island battle here was interesting. Yeah, because the seas were frozen here last turn, when it was winter. And now, that's why he was able to march out here, but now they're stuck here, and so they can't move from here. This little stack here of 46 10 Guardians and 35 Black Plate Infantry, and with my lightning strikes, I can definitely kill that stack really easily. And I am technically at war with Ulm right now. He took territories from me down here, so there's no lost among us here. I'm just gonna attack and kill this little stack from him. I don't think we saw it, no, but my pretender walked up here into Zetis and died, and I never found out what she died of in that battle. But now we will never know because I have saved the game incorrectly. But she does die attempting to solo the army that was sieging on Zetis, and so we are once again without your mom. Your mom is dead to me. Oh well. Let's have a look at the geopolitical situation of the map. We are getting close to Conjuration level 5. In the meantime, I am summoning some units up here to strengthen our ranks a little bit, and I forget about these griffins, that they are undisciplined, so you can't script them to attack specific parts of the enemy army, and therefore they are not usable really. I mean, you'll throw them into the fight and they will help, but I wanted something that could attack, that I could script to attack rear to kill the Gygas in a fight against Jotunheim. So they're not useful for that, but we will be summoning more units throughout. And we are calling God already in some places here. And we are mainly just mustering to deal with Jotunheim here in Kepes, and also attempt to hold out in Zetis. The fortification being at 159 out of 500 at this point, so it's going to take him probably 2 more turns before he can attack. And yeah. That's it for now, and I think this is a decent enough point to cut the episode. So again, I'm sorry about all these skipped turns. Hopefully, as I said, if I ever do this again, it'll be smoother going. And with that, I'll cut it off. Keejchen signing off. See you guys soon, and bye.